we go. That's right. Welcome.
Yes, sir.
It's a moment by moment. 3-ball King Brett and Trev, our guy, Mr. Lowry Stacker, Jurassic Packer. Thanks for joining us, man. Cool Cat, OG Cool Cat. Got the nice. Ooh. I love that right there. I love it. And I got the Wolfpack, representing the Wolfpack today, and the Cool Cats, the NNL. How are you, Trev? Good to see you, bro.
I'm doing well. I think I'm as terrified of washing this NLL sweater as I am my Wolfpack T-shirt.
Yes.
Those are both amazing the first couple times through.
Yes. Listen, something about this Wolfpack, it fits me well, right? It highlights the broad shoulders. I mean,
chips and queso area.
Yes.
I try not to wash the jerseys ever, but obviously, if you drop some queso on there, you got to do a little cleanup.
I can make the W.
Kyle Lowry's will it take for that Cool Cats sweater?
Look at that headshot right there.
Oh, that's a great question. I'll have to think on that.
What'd you say, Brett?
I asked how many Lowrys he needs to trade for that Cool Cat sweater.
Oh, wow.
Like there might be like 2 users on the platform with enough Lowrys to trade for this.
And you're not
maybe
one
that's
of them.
the ultimate power move if leaderboard ever comes up and you need a big swing.
There we go.
Well, they
OG Cool Cat, you were in the Discord, at the beginning. Tell us a little bit about that. Joining the
so I think the moments we're talking about today are the 5,000 minted ones from the first pack, right?
Yeah.
So I think I was on Top Shot for that drop, or I would have joined Top Shot after that drop. So I think this is the one challenge I hadn't done. But as soon as I was kind of in the swing of things for the next set, like I was doing the Cool Cat challenge and chasing stuff to participate. So these were definitely moments that I got away with not paying the challenge premium for on the marketplace. So might have a slightly better looking cost basis here.
Nice. How'd you pull that off?
Well,
Early.
I made up for that by having to buy the Luca myself.
Oh, I got you. I'm with you. Okay, I'm tracking with you.
Yeah.
Love
but
it.
Thankfully, I bought the Luca at not like Awesome-O levels. I'm not sure if you guys remember that like the DFS whale who had stacked close to 100 of these Luca Cool Cats back in the day.
Oh my gosh!
Man, that's
yes, I
incredible.
remember that. Oh.
Like when we were looking back to the that unofficial Cool Cats Discord, I think that someone had made a visualization of everyone's cost basis to complete the set, and it was Awesome-O, and then Dingaling. Dingaling had bought all the number one cereals. Just had like massive spheres, and then everyone else is at more reasonable levels.
Yeah,
it's a good time.
That's awesome, man. I remember that.
Did you? Speaking of, I know you said the Luca, which obviously, I got a jersey hanging behind me. What about the big moment, the LaMelo? Was that something you got in a pack, or did you buy that one?
Yeah, so I got that one in a pack. Like I bought the Luca ahead of the Master Challenge being announced. Like I think it would have run up maybe 2x after that blog post took place. But I had my own Luca pack. Do you guys remember the LaMelo pack? Do you guys remember like has the LaMelo #1 cereal been pulled website?
Yeah,
they had someone had coded a website that basically just kept hitting refresh, and it would tell you if someone pulled #1.
I remember that. I forgot about
what I kind of find being fun with the like packs with a guaranteed moment inside, you're just gambling on the cereal, is the game theory of waiting until the good stuff gets pulled. So I opened my pack as soon as someone else got the #1 and the jersey. It's a floor cereal, but it's mine.
Hey, listen, I'm saying, man, I got I'm that way though. I like to keep what I pull. Like I've had people offer me better cereals, on stuff. I'm like, no, this is the one I pulled, man. I feel it was meant to be. The pack god said, this is your number. Unless, somebody.
Like if you see an opportunity, like there's a jersey cereal at a really reasonable price, and you selling what you have to fund that level up. Like I did that with the Raptors team debut.
Did you?
Yeah, I wanted to have the unofficial jersey cereals of both players, so that would be kind of fun.
Nice.
Oh,
See,
yeah,
I love
very
that.
cool.
I love that. All the different ways you can collect and have fun on Top Shot.
Yeah,
Maybe that should be a show sometime.
yeah.
Different ways. Happy
To come back for that. I guess we're before we get killed. Focus back on the cool cast moments.
Exactly. Three ball gonna tell us shut the F up and let's get on it. What do we got? What's our first moment?
The veins are popping out.
What's our first moment?
I'm chilling. We're having a good time, but we can definitely move to the first one because we got a 3 cool cats lined up for today. The first one being Devin Booker. Who's that? Let's see.
Devin Booker, hell of a player. I like his game a lot. What's not to like?
Yeah, I know. I do too.
King Brett, tell us a little bit about that one.
So Devin Booker, guys, 3-pointer here. I actually really like Devin. He's a Grand Rapids, Michigan guy, and I've been up there several times. Some of my favorite breweries in the United States are up there.
Nice.
But a 5,000 serial moment. Only 9 of these have ever been burned. Right now, the low ask is $15.
Wow.
And 44 minutes on the court, put up 25 points, including this beautiful baby. I call it the baby face 3 right here. Break down this move he does against who's that? Paul George.
Paul George. Love it. You know, it's crazy to me just thinking about. I mean, I remember 5,000 just being, man, there's so few of these. Such a low mint count.
But I mean, still, take a step. All of us are going to be in it long term, I would say. Fast forward 5-10 years, this is huge all over the NBA. It's actually broadcasted, advertised.
Yeah.
Like 5,000 won't be a lot. It's just, certain times it is, certain times it's not. 40,000, that's a lot.
That's a hell of a lot. This is the problem with trying to guard Booker on the perimeter. Like you got to guard him for penetration.
It's such a smooth step back. I don't think he pushes off that much. He just makes separation against a really good defender and step backs, knockdown.
Just looking at the moment now, one thing that's obviously it's a COVID moment. Seeing the players on the bench, it looks like there's barriers in between each of them where they're
they had like a 6-foot deal at that point. It was definitely a different time for sure. We've talked about that throughout this whole set. It's very different. They have water Gatorade jugs in between all of them.
Wow.
But that's some of the things you pointed out, Trevor, that make some of these moments so unique or so cool and worth collecting. It's the bubble. It's the there's so many different things in the background and things happening.
Yeah, because I guess if that is the what is I don't think this is the bubble. This would be the year after.
Oh, is it? Oh yeah.
The bubble will be serious, but that was still when teams were some teams were showing up, others weren't. Toronto was basically shut down that entire season until
it was more based on what your state was doing, and they were in each other's home courts, but they all had different regulations.
But I'd kind of expect for Arizona to care less about such matters.
Yep.
They're a freedom-loving state.
Yeah, I have it written down as January 3rd, 21. So just the turn of the year right after 2020.
It looks, is that player, who's that center?
Ibaka on the Clippers, or
that's what it looks like. Serge
for the Suns.
I guess Kawhi's injured at this point. I don't see him on the floor.
No, it looks like he's coming up. He maybe fakes a pick and roll,
he might have already been there. Trevor, we've talked a little bit about this. Yeah, there you go. I see it there, Treat.
Yeah.
Is that they're not cut with a little lag time on both sides to give you a little bit more context. But it looks like they had a ball screen set, and then he slips it and dives so that there's no contact. But it just kind of hints at the screen to Paul to let him know that it's there. But he took off to the rim.
Yep. And I guess maybe Paul was expecting to have to fight over a screen. I don't know. Man, that's a sweet. God, that's so smooth.
His dad, Devin's dad, I didn't realize he played in the league. Bounced around in the 90s for a few teams. Nothing too
I didn't
big.
know that.
But, Brett had mentioned King Brett. Grand Rapids up in Michigan, and he was there his freshman year. And then his dad retired from the league and became a coach in Mississippi, and he moved down there for his last 3 years of high school where he was an All-American.
Oh, really? Where in Mississippi?
I don't have it. Somewhere smaller I hadn't heard of, and I live in the South myself.
Side note, it's weird. Every time I hear Mississippi, I want to do the whole like spell it, the MISSISSIP. Is it just me? I know I'm weird. I get it.
Brainwashed in elementary school.
It's I just hate Ole Miss. So that's the only thing that comes to mind.
Moss Point, Mississippi.
Moss Point. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's where all the moss is.
I've lived in Mississippi. I had a couple stints in Mississippi.
Locked up.
Yeah, it's just Ole Miss. Hate Ole Miss.
So Devin from Kentucky, obviously, was another Wildcat. I love that they used the mascots, cold climates, different things to find these guys for the cool cats. I love the
really cool
connections.
All the speculation around those challenges was hilarious too.
Yeah, like cat themes.
Yeah.
Tattoos.
Oh, I sold so much. I mean, I joined right before it got crazy, and my collection went through the roof real quick, and I sold some stuff. I sold a LeBron James no look for $1,000 to buy into some of these early cool catch master challenges.
Yeah. Were you guys around when they gated a drop with like you need to have 3 moments?
Yes.
That was kind of right around when I had joined. I think I had stacked maybe like $200 worth of moments, everything like 4X's as soon as that announcement happens. I sell everything except for the OG Anunoby 15K that I had.
Everything
built myself up a nice little stack.
Oh, I had maybe 50 moments. I don't know. Maybe 100. I can't remember for sure.
From the outside, it felt like such a crazy time. There was a lot of stuff.
My account value was right around 30 grand.
Okay.
Got us into this earlier.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, March. I'm looking through my live token. March 18th, just continuous listing and selling. Like listed, it sells like 5 minutes later.
I've created this spreadsheet. I maybe had 20 moments, and at night, I couldn't sleep because I was so excited that I was about to get so rich, and I pulled that thing out the next day, and the stuff had quadrupled in value. I was like, "Oh, I'm going to join this master challenge. Is going to be the thing, man."
We're all going to live forever.
Yes.
Boys, speaking of that, let's hit the next moment if you guys are ready.
Yes.
Got John Collins on deck. Let's talk about him.
John Collins.
Yeah. I'm excited to see who everyone's favorite is this episode because
that first one is sweet.
Well, we
started off strong.
Getting better.
This is just nasty.
Maybe not.
This is just nasty. And this is, these are the memorable ones.
That thumbnail is
okay.
Nice.
I know.
Go ahead.
Thumbnail will stick on this one and the next one. One of the dunks on Cool Cats. It's definitely a poster dunk. Another 5,000 mint count. There's almost 30 of these that are burned. Also has a $15 floor right now currently. And Collins had 25 minutes on the court, 20 points up, including this beautiful dunk.
Oh, he's so strong.
Are you guys seeing one moment in the locker room as well? I'm kind of curious how that got there.
Oh, wow.
I think that there's mistakes of people not doing things correctly at some point and then not reaching out to Top Shot to either reverse it or they just let it go. I'm not sure.
Well, like if someone clicked trade in, like that's over. Like they can't get it. They shouldn't get it back.
No, I don't think so either.
But like considering the locker room just burned last week, would assume that this is more recent.
Right. There may have been a.
Oh wow, that's a.
So someone might listen to this this segment and regret it.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, "Oh,
why would you trade in that? Why would you send that?"
Like Jarrett Allen regretted jumping up right here.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So like contrasting this, nice seeing a poster dunk over a good rim defender as well.
For sure,
Jarrett
that
Allen.
makes it so much better.
Not just him, because he's already tall, but then his hair adds another 8 to 12 inches. He's got to go over.
Love that afro.
Awesome. Off of the drop step, 2 foot or Treat. Were you a 1 foot jumper or 2 foot jumper when you were trying?
Baby. 2, always 2.
Yeah, me too. You can go stronger off of 2. But look at this, man.
I stand on 1 foot. What are y'all talking about?
I listen. We didn't fast break. We slowed it down. So my only dunk options were going to be drop step, 2 foot dunk, like that.
Sir.
So like brief aside to caring who was on the poster for a dunk, reminded me of the Rudy Gobert seeing stars moment where he dunks on Giannis.
Ooh,
nice.
And guess who owns the number 34 cereal of that moment?
Nice. That's what I'm talking about.
Rudy actually bought that back during February.
That's what Rudy did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I did not know that. That's awesome. Rudy.
To be fair, I would buy every single jersey number of my own moments too. Like, let's just be real.
No, it's 34 is Giannis's jersey.
Yeah,
so he made that as a statement.
That's even better.
I think that was like the year after Giannis took DPOY off him.
Oh my god.
He was feeling salty.
That's a whole other way to I love you, Trev. Like you're challenging everyone's way to collect. Even NBA players. Don't just buy your jersey moment, guys, when y'all are watching this.
Yes.
Buy the guy you just schooled.
You own.
Buy his number, too, because you owned him not only on the court, but in your NBA.
In your collection.
That's right.
I like reading the descriptions on these like we've talked about in the past, but they got a really good quote in here for describing this dunk. It said, "Dunk so loud they hear it on the poster." And
nice. That is good. Look, who knows?
So Rudy spent $695 on that cereal, so he really wanted to make a point to Giannis.
Shout out Rudy Gobert! That's a really cool story. I had no idea. That's really cool that he did that. I like the Seeing Star set. We're all collectors of that one.
That's a great set. I really, underrated for sure. But what happens when these players start to really dig into these collectibles and do stuff like that? That's pretty cool.
I'm really hopeful that did you guys see the tweet last week showing adding the ability to sign moments to Flow blockchain?
Yeah,
that's a game changer, my man. That's really cool.
Well, because it kind of started with the Magic Johnson, right? Because that was the first one that he had the signature, and I thought that was amazing.
That was cool.
What Top Shot needs to do is attempt to disrupt the Cameo business model using that feature.
Ooh.
Oh,
love it!
Yes,
great idea.
Well, so what we need to do is how do we create a platform to do that for Top Shot? Huh? How about that? We are the Cameo for Top Shot.
Well, I think that they probably have superior player relationships to us at this point. Like they just have to mirror the
on the ground. Send us out there. Yeah. We'll hang out with the players and get everything connected.
Like Top Shot can absolutely set up like the tech for someone to have an account and sign a moment. Like that should be on their end and hopefully built into the site and an app. It's just the incentive system they can lean on it. Like if a player that is retired can go sign a blockchain transaction and collect $20 cash, like maybe you're not getting a LeBron, but some of these guys in the archive set, they'd be smashing that all day.
But if you think about players you grew up with, most of them are in the older sets that aren't playing. They're not as active. That it'd be awesome to have those signatures.
Be great.
You got a rookie in there and grinding.
That's what I love about. I mean, I still believe in it. It's just the future is. There's so much we don't know, right? So much possibility and potential in how this can be used since it's on the blockchain. I mean, I'm looking forward to the day I can trade in some trade tickets for cold beer at a Grizzly game. You know,
you've been talking about that for a while.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Just wait. It's going to be like NBA currency. Your trash moments. That's what's going to make it different, right? You rip a physical card pack, you throw in the trash. You rip a NBA Top Shot pack. Yeah, there's trash in there. There's $1
Go drink a beer.
But you trade that shit in.
We've seen the dollar moments disappear anytime they do those guaranteed S1 locker pack. If they were doing something to where you have some sort of chance, people are going to trade those things in.
Heck yeah.
You talk about people are into gamification. People are into that lottery system as well, and they're willing to take that gamble to see if they can turn those dollar boys into something bigger.
Yeah,
like a really big beer.
Ooh.
That's Treaticus's flavor.
I do like it.
All right, guys. Number 3 moment today in the NLL. I got a really good one here. Derrick Jones Jr.
I love this thumbnail too.
You got a dunk contest champion.
You need to look at this thumbnail.
These guys, such great athletes.
What's that smile, Trevor?
My favorite part of this moment is how badly Cantor gets cooked.
Oh, dude, right? Yeah.
Like if Derrick's not flying in there for his help side block, like definitely a layup.
All right, so Derrick Jones Jr. block coming over back top of LeBron. Love it. 5,000 serial count number. 19 of these burned. It's got a $16 floor. And 36 minutes on the court, 5 points, 3 blocks. Break down kind of like what you were talking about, Trevor. What happens here in the transition?
Yeah, seems like some pick and roll action.
Yeah.
Cantor is basically in the restricted area the entire time, yet still can't keep up with LeBron. I don't think LeBron expects Derrick to be anywhere near him. And typical athletic play from former dunk contest winner.
Wow,
I love it both ways though. Like he gets set on the pick there, but comes back and just sprints all the way around and comes back and still gets the block over top of LeBron. Didn't even know he was there. And he jumps from just inside the free throw line, right? Like he's in the air a long time.
Yeah, he is. And they were picking on Cantor. That was like whoever is Cantor's guarding, go set a pick. Let's give him in a 2-man game.
That's normally me in basketball. They're like, short that guy, go to him and just score. You're good.
Treat on the Montrezl Harrell is not going to pick and pop. He's not going to pop out for the 3, but he doesn't necessarily want to roll and get in LeBron's way, but he's got a ball screen and put Derrick on his butt. He doesn't he just releases him, and Derrick goes and blocks LeBron. The reverse of the last moment we had where you're dunking over a shot blocker. If you're blocking LeBron's shot off the backboard, that's got to feel so good.
Oh my gosh.
Get that out of here.
Especially with LeBron driving in and just demolishing everyone, like running through people to get there.
Yeah, Cantor put up no resistance.
I wouldn't either if I saw LeBron coming at me.
He's just backpedaling as fast as he can.
I could be wrong. This might be our first undrafted Cool Cat. Might be the only one on the set.
Did you know the Miami Heat have 4 undrafted players in their rotation?
I'll check that. There's a challenge award that's undrafted.
Okay.
Oh.
I said I could be wrong. I wasn't positive.
Yeah.
I just know we hadn't brought that up very often going through the
Miami
moment.
Heat have more undrafted players in their rotation than there are undrafted players in Cool Cats.
That's why they're doing.
Did you guys know that Fred VanVleet was undrafted?
Yeah.
Fred.
Oh, wow. We must have covered that. Yeah, because we did talk about that. That's why your ears perked up, is because
that's the only reason I knew. they love mentioning how Fred VanVleet was undrafted.
Gosh. So sick of hearing that shit. Hey, guess what? I was undrafted too, and look what I've done.
Hey, I think I was too. So
I'm going to start saying that to people when I have a good day as a parks director. I'm going to say I was undrafted, by the way.
Yeah, undrafted veteran here.
I was undrafted, and look how I'm performing.
Yeah, here's my Wolfpack shirt. I made it.
Never been washed.
Never been washed. I can make the W and the K bounce. I made it to the Wolfpack, and I'm undrafted. Suck it, world.
I'm not sure the Wolfpack drafted Dumbo either. You probably have more basketball experience than that guy.
Yeah.
To your point about the Heat, Derrick Jones Jr. Was undrafted, went and made the Kings Summer League team, got hurt and got dropped. Suns Summer League team, and then the Heat took a chance on him, and he was there for 3 years. So they like finding those diamonds in the rough for sure.
Yeah, it's an outlier. Not like I think that they had 3 undrafted players score 20+ recently this series.
Yep.
Which is darn impressive. Like the Raptors championship thing was we had no lottery picks, but going off the back of undrafted is one better. I'm assuming Jimmy was a lottery pick.
What was Jimmy? He was up there, but
he's buckets. That's what he is.
He's so good.
I'm looking that up. Oh, he was not a lottery pick. He was 30th overall.
Dang.
Bam certainly would have been.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think. But yeah, Jimmy's so good. He's so good.
Well, I mentioned it in the podcast earlier this week that a community screams out to me, and I think one of our most highlighted communities in the group is the Cool Cats. I think there's so much historical value and fun stories, as you're mentioning, of the Master Challenges, and there's just all kinds of crazy lore and things in there. I knew that you were one of the OG members, and I definitely was excited to have you on so we could talk to you about some things here. Talk to me about being in that OG Discord. You met guys like Plunge Father, Chugs. You were talking a little bit about that earlier in the week. Tell us about that.
So like probably the most terrifying thing I did in the OG Discord would have been participating in a group holo challenge. I think I had I picked up a Fred VanVleet legendary just because I wanted it. It was needed for a Luka challenge before the days of that trade tool on Evaluate Market or some of the floaty tools. Had basically took a leap of faith that the other guys I'm completing with the challenge with were also enjoying the Discord and didn't want to light their Web3 reputation on fire for like $1,000 at the time.
Right.
So it's worth far less than it was at the time of challenge completion, but I still own a fractional share of a Luka Holo through that with some other collectors.
That is awesome.
That's cool.
And then
what'd you gift? What did you?
So I would have sent the Fred VanVleet Series 2 legendary to him. He completed the challenge. This is before they required any locking. Then he just sent that back to me. Rewarded my trust in him. Like over that course of time, and still in a separate private Discord just with the 8 or 9 people who had been involved with that group challenge. I think I had helped to buy out one person who wanted to sell part of his share, but moving from that to now having my own legendary challenge award to open up later on today. Like,
nice.
Main thing with that is just like it was kind of a similar vibe to what CNC is now, or Wolfpack is now, just having somewhere other than the official Discord with mods to go talk strategy, see what people are buying. A lot of trades going on as well, based on just community trust and hoping that everyone else is having as much fun and wanting to stay as much as others. Like I don't think that really anyone got rugged in that Discord. There might have been like one person thrown out for spamming or being a bit of a dick, but
right.
The day that that blog dropped and everyone that had bought these Lucas for cheap to finish the challenge was amongst the most exciting days on Top Shot that I've had.
Yeah, it was crazy.
What a story. I mean, that had to be so nerve-wracking to have all that on the line, but again, it's connections. I mean, you mentioned strangers on the internet, but like we're sitting here together. It's fun just, meeting you and others in the communities. I think we're building friendships that are, like you mentioned, strategies, trading, all types of things, even just hanging out like we are talking ball. It's fun.
I'd lend you guys a legendary any day. Just don't lock it.
Building trust, baby.
Or trade it into the locker room back, right?
There was one guy that did that, just to say he was the first to trade it in.
I know.
I remember that.
I remember that and was like, man, I just wish I had the legendary.
Yeah, love it.
Well, the opportunity absolutely exists now. Unless you want a Luka one, then maybe it's a bit pricier.
Yeah,
no, I got I have a couple now, a couple Mavs.
Nice.
Good. Get those legendaries while we can, because they're not going to be achievable soon when the masses come.
Even though we're kind of complaining about the 3-pack drops in a row, like I was happy with how they handled legendary supply this year.
Yeah.
Scaling it back, having it late in the season, I think that helped.
Yeah.
So another benefit of community is I don't own a legendary moment. I haven't even been close to even attempting that. But being in, collecting, and connecting, I'm rubbing elbows with you and Ariel and other people, King Brett, that are adding those to the collection and interacting. So I'm getting that valuable information of what you see in the pack drops. What would you correct? Whereas I'm not a part of that. I don't even know what's wrong with it. So it's great to hear your perspective and others in our group just by y'all participating and collecting.
Yeah, like the main thing to me with playing the legendary game is you, like, less so than an MGLE, you need to be really mindful of when the challenges are, if you're going for it or not, to capture that full value. Like you'll lose your shirt if you're kind of passive and get stuck post challenge with a moment you didn't want to keep long term. Yeah. The only part of it I don't really like, despite benefiting from it personally, is the rebate structure on packs. They're basically telling me that I need to deposit new money just to rip and extract, and then that just puts downward pressure on listings, with more people kind of getting their hands on the pack that want to sell in the first place.
Right.
Yeah. Seems like that's happened over and over this series. I wonder, it'll be interesting to see what happens in Series 5. There's a lot of hope that what they released about the WNBA series is going to be kind of what we're looking for with Series 5, a lot less supply. Correct? Is that what I'm reading, what I'm hearing?
That's what I saw.
Yeah, no, for sure. They're making a big movement and a push, and I'm excited the WNBA side of Top Shot is really starting to get involved, starting to get excited about some challenges. I've won 3 or 4 tickets through Top Shot to WNBA games here in Dallas, which has been awesome. I wish I could have got up there to Toronto. Like, I was watching all the stuff. I feel like Toronto's like the mecca for Top Shot. Cool stuff up there.
No doubt.
Which is super, super excited that you get to be a part of all that. And it's exciting.
Yeah, it was fun game. Some really sloppy basketball, but
it's funny. Yeah. It makes me. I'm not good at basketball, and I know the WNBA women, they are, but it makes me feel sometimes watching that I could play basketball again. It's like
not that far off.
Yeah, no.
Some of the same turnovers that I commit, they were committing.
Right.
It's least 5 times the first half. Like they're swinging it from wing to wing on offense, and like just the ball ends up on the bench somehow.
Yeah.
Not a hard pass.
But out in the NBA games I'm watching, that's happening too. We're throwing it all over the court.
Oh my gosh.
You mentioned in the podcast earlier this week, Trev, that you had gone to the Toronto event, the tour, as well as you went to the WNBA, and you made a point where you said that they had two different audiences, and King Brett brought up that as well. Like, if we're pushing the basketball in the WNBA, we're going to be bringing in new people and other people that haven't already been in here as well. So I think that helps build for the future.
No doubt.
Yeah, like I showed up to a 30-person event, and like I'm decently plugged into the Toronto community. The one person I recognized was Library, and that was it.
Wow.
And then there was like I obviously know he's a mega whale, and I'm not sure the other people at the event were aware.
Yeah.
They were shocked when they heard that the guy bought like 40+ legendary packs.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's just gaming the incentive system.
Might as well. I mean, I would if I was a whale. Might as well.
Pack and extract.
Pack and extract. That's the next. That's the next show we're going to create. Pack and extract. Well, guys, great job.
I'm on the edge of my seat, Brett. You're going to have to ask.
Time out. We got to know who's the moment.
I can't wait to vote.
We started having too much fun talking about all this Cool Cat stuff. So, Trevor, we're going to go through today. We're going to start with 3-ball, but we're going to go through and ask each person their moment of the week of the 3. So, for whatever reason, whatever you like, whatever is your favorite. 3-ball, let's start with you. What's moment of the week?
Man, this has to be our toughest episode. All 3 of these moments are awesome. Either against good defenders or blocking somebody who's a great offensive player. Being that he's blocking LeBron, and it is just impressive. Derrick Jones Jr. I love that moment. That's solid. That's my vote.
Yeah,
I like it.
Okay.
They're all 3 good, but against LeBron, I like it. All right, we got one for Derrick JJ.
I listen. I just think that Booker moment is so smooth on Paul George. It's 2 amazing players.
Looks like a big treat out there.
Yeah, 2 Hall of Famers.
Yeah,
head to head, and so I'm going with Booker.
I love it. The Grand Rapids man himself, Booker. All right, man. So this moment goes into me and how I started Top Shot because I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah. And I started looking for big players in moments that I couldn't necessarily afford, but I wanted those big stars in moments. And so I'm going with Derrick Jones Jr., the block against LeBron. He gets screened, he gets hit. Like I was a guy that was always trying to run and I ran into a brick wall. And then he comes back and he's like, screw this, LeBron. Like, you ain't nothing. And just pop.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
All right. Going with Derrick. So.
Yeah, I think I'm going Derrick as well. Just for the fear in Enes Kanter's eyes as he gets saved by his teammate. I like the moments to tell a story.
It does.
That's funny.
Dude, that is so great. So we got 3 for Derrick Jones Jr., 1 for the man Booker himself. Anyone else watching this, listening to this, definitely post in the comments in the chat. Tell us who your moment of the week, who your choice is. Maybe we're all wrong. Maybe
I wouldn't be surprised to see Collins get some votes.
I know, let us know your thoughts out there, guys.
Well, I'm not wrong.
Trevor, my man, this was great. Thank you so much for joining us. OG Cool Cat. Love the sweatshirt. Thanks for being here, man.
Good times.
Figure out that Lowry number to trade for that Cool Cat sweatshirt.
Yeah. Everybody send your Kyle Lowry 40K S2 moments. It's 2 weeks away.
Perfect. Appreciate the plug.
Yeah. Keep help our man keep growing his stack.
Biggest stack on Top Shot.
Biggest stack on Top Shot.
2 weeks away, my man.
I love it. I love it. Well, guys, it's good times as usual. Trevor, thanks for joining us. We'll see you on the Top Shot Twitter streets. And next time, join us moment by moment. We're always having a good time. Love to see you. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Trevor.